All right. We'll let people come back. We're live, but we'll let people come back. My bad, my bad, my bad. Power went out. I don't know. I guess someone forgot to pay the bill. Did I forget? Did I forget to pay the bill? I don't remember if I forgot to pay the bill. Let's see if we can migrate people back here. New stream lost power. Let's go to the studio. Man, that sucked. We're just letting people come back, find us again. The blur, there you are, there you are, there you guys are. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. We're gonna just wait for people to trickle back in, and then we'll get back to it. Damn it, that sucks. As you know,
Right.
working from home, you guys, is an issue. We do not have, you know, we're at the mercy of most internets, and we don't have the convenience of the studio right now. But we're just waiting for everybody to come back. Yep.
Pretty
Thank you,
much
guys. Thank you.
internet.
So
Internet's evil.
we'll go back into the episode. The episode was fun, but props to Jackie on choreographing that fight, because that was amazing. It had a little bit of Jackie Chan-esque type stuff with the props, with the tarp and all that. So I love that parkour type fighting style where you integrate a lot of the environment into your fights. And I think that the fact that Jackie had that vision on how she wanted to do it is pretty amazing, because most of the time the Power Rangers, the cast of the Power Rangers, you come in, you check in, you do your sign your time card, you go in, you do your work, and then you hit the door. After you do your 8 to 12 hours, you hit the door, you hit the gate, and you leave. But for some of this new cast to take a lot of pride and a lot of emphasis into the production side, I think that's very cool for the Rangers to be doing. So props to her. I mean, it was really amazing.
Yeah. Oh no, Johnny Marrero asked, "Am I drinking orange soda?" Hmm.
What is it?
I don't know where to start with that problematic question, but what I will, because it's not even the race thing. It's just you're trying to date me here. How dare you? How dare you? I'm ageless. Best. No, no, it's not an orange soda. Actually, what it is a white cranberry, strawberry cocktail with tequila. So it's
Nice.
just a white cranberry strawberry drink.
That is nice. That's awesome. So without going too much into it, I mean, it's a great episode. If you guys haven't watched it yet, check it out. It's very fun. But leads us into I haven't told Daniel about this yet, but we're gonna talk about a little bit of comics and toys, because next week we're gonna dive deep into comics. But have you been keeping up with comics and the toys?
Uh, Comics, yes. Toys, not so much. But there hasn't been too much big news. I mean, we're just waiting for stuff to be able to ship. More people
Yeah,
are finding inside of Target instead of their pre-orders.
I
So
know.
that's still an issue.
Yeah,
So I know about that much. I know
yeah.
about that much.
I learned this time around not to go through Pulse, because it takes a long time, and I'm a big fan. I know, like, uh, you know, Amazon workers have been protesting about, like, harsh working situations, but Amazon has been reliant. I've been very reliable to me, and I just that's where I've been getting them. So I mean, I know they have been popping up in Target and stuff, and props to people that are finding it. But my Target does not stock that shit, so it takes a long
Oh,
time. Yeah,
woo!
it
Yeah, man. I have
sucks.
3 Targets in the area, and I can go to any of those three, and I'll find something.
Hey man, we
I'll
got
find.
we got an inside. You got an insider over there in Manhattan Beach, so
Like I can go to 3 of them,
Yep. He's like,
and
hey, bro.
three, one of them for sure. He'll give us a call if
Yeah.
we ask him to.
Yeah, I
But
don't
we,
I don't like I don't want to ask him, because I don't want to
yeah,
put him out there, But
it's like I don't want to burn. I don't want to burn that because one time there may be something I really, really need. And I'm like, F it, you know. So I wait for it. I wait for it.
So for you guys in the chat, have you guys picked up either the new 2 packs, the new what they got? They got the Green Ranger, they got the Z Putty, they got the Red Dino Thunder Ranger. Have you guys picked that up at your local Targets or WalMarts or wherever? Because props to you guys for finding them. They're just popping up. I've been seeing people getting the Andros and Corone pack and them recreating the little Zordon destroying or Andros killing Zordon type thing. I was like, man, that's beautiful. It's just beautiful, man. It's beautiful, like the stuff that they've given us, and I'm super excited for the next announcements for the next line. I'm still waiting on the Catherine little sparkly Pink Ranger one, and but everything else is on it's on par to come in, and I'm super excited. So you guys,
so many people are waiting for that same one though.
huh?
Like everyone wants the shiny suit,
Yeah.
the suit or whatever. I don't know whatever you want to call it. Cat. Everyone is saying that, and it was like, but even though they're gonna have all the Rangers, aren't they?
I don't know. Maybe they'll do Cat. Maybe they'll do Rocky, Aisha, and Adam. Because I mean, because I mean Aisha, she probably won't get a figure if she doesn't get a sparkly Yellow Ranger one. Because yeah,
that's true.
Yeah. So hopefully, hopefully,
I mean, it could work that way. I don't. Yeah, but I mean, once again, people were saying again, like, well, it kind of sucks. I don't want just a repaint. So I get how it's like, oh, hey, we're just gonna put Cat out, and we'll see how that works.
Yeah.
Which is smart. I still don't understand the whole thing about Pulse. Like, look, I'm ordering directly from the source. If anything, I should get my stuff early. I shouldn't get my stuff late.
Yeah.
And so that, to me, I get why fans are very upset, because it makes no sense to me.
And they take so long, and the shipping's so expensive. It takes way too long. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. I don't know. But as far as comics, we'll talk about comics next week. But dude, I've been catching up on the comics, and I haven't done the Time Force one or the what is it, the Lord Draken one or the Ranger Slayer one, but I've been doing the main line, and I like it. I mean, I like it. I like the Omega Ranger story more than I like the the season 2. Yeah. So
taking the Omega Ranger story, because it's almost essentially completely new. And it seems to me, in a lot of ways, what they're doing with the Omega storyline, I don't want to say it's a little bit more adult.
Yeah.
But, it's the storyline and the storytelling is a little bit far more complex.
Yeah.
It's something that really, if you're older, you definitely understand and appreciate it. That's what I like. That's what I like about it.
Because with Go-Go, I think it's Go-Go. With Go-Go, it's like Tommy is so like, he's such a bitch in the comic book. He's such a whiny, like, God, it's annoying as shit. And what I do like about Go-Go though is how there's like a divide within the new Rangers and the old Rangers, and them trying to accept them. Yeah, I do like that. It's we'll get into it next week, definitely. Maybe we'll have Joe with us. Toku Kid says MMPR team series like high school issues to adults, like while Omega is like college kids in the adult world. True.
I agree.
Yeah. The Blur says, I love the interaction between Rocky and Jason. Yeah, there's so many different, there's so many good, small interactions between different characters that we didn't really get to explore in the series, only because the departure wasn't really part of the storyline. It was kind of like an audible, really. It was but I love how they're touching it on Mighty Morphin. And now it's two, so the original one's like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and then there's Go-Go Power Rangers. Now they're kind of just changing it to Mighty Morphin and then Power Rangers. So I was like, what the heck? They're just kind of they're restarting, which is fine with me. Noah Cummings says, I want to team up with Dino Fury and Beast Morphers. Maybe we might get that. Maybe we do know that the Beast Morphers cast is actually on contract for a few more months, but I don't know if that'll be the case. Maybe they'll bring in 1 or 2 people back, but we'll see. We'll see. Toku Kid says, also, I like the Omegas being screw your dad to Zordon, lol. Yeah, I like, dude, I really like the villain. What's his name? He's kind of the same race as Doggy Kruger. He's just so, yeah,
Zane.
yeah,
Zane is dangerous, dude.
Dane, yeah,
A tactician beyond any measure. That's the great thing I love about him. And how what he did was rally the other villains who were trapped inside those canisters. I love that whole storyline that happened way earlier there, where they point out what happens in those canisters.
yeah,
That's like some high grade torture. That is torture that you do as a villain,
yep,
not to a villain. And that's where it was like, I like that whole thing of questioning authority, also questioning what authority seems to think is correct.
yeah,
And because it was like, yo, I felt for the villains in that case. And I was thinking to myself, like, they should rebel. They should fight back.
yeah.
Because they drove Rita crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's such a good story, and I really like what they're doing with it. But like I said, we'll read a little bit more of the comics, and we'll do a whole comic book episode next week. But today's episode, probably why you guys clicked on it, is we are getting, within the next few years, a new Power Ranger movie. Whether it be a reboot or like a rehash, or we don't know quite yet. But I had pitched to Daniel a little fun thing that we could do on today's episode, where we fan cast the movie, the potential movie. So it is a fan cast. So first off, we went through. I went through a lot of people. Daniel went through a lot of people, and we kind of narrowed down what we wanted, who we wanted, and why we wanted it. Daniel, which Ranger do you think we should start off with first?
Shoot, let's start off with the red.
Okay, we'll start off with the red. Let's go with your red first, and then you tell me why you chose this person, why you feel like he was right for the series, and then let's go.
Now, I'm trying to run off memory because I don't have the list in front of me.
Okay, so you chose Christian Lee Navarro.
Christian Lee Navarro. Now, you may recognize him from, what is it,
13 Reasons Why.
And things of that nature. But the dude has also been on Riverdale and some other things as well. When it comes to that whole guy who, 1, is attractive, 2, can still be physical, and 3, can sometimes kind of portray that inner rage that I feel Jason has, where it's like, I have to prove myself. I feel that he is one of the best to do it. Yes, he is short. That's a problem. 5'9". People are gonna be like, oh, 5'9". You know what? Hey, let's represent for the people that aren't freaking 6 feet. Not everyone has to be 6 foot tall to do something, And second, Jason is a powerhouse. Jason is a tank. This guy is someone that really, at moments when you really need to, you can just go ahead and focus like a freaking pit bull and say, you just let go and say attack. And he goes, and he will not stop until he wins or he is taken out. And I see that in this character, and I see it in his portrayal.
Yeah.
I looked over his stunt reel, and he actually does have a bit of a stunt reel, which is cool. I love IMDb for that, but which is cool for it. So I think that he can really embody what we need to see in Jason, especially what we've learned about him through the comics, more than anything else. So he'll be able to flesh that out.
I like that choice. I like that choice. Blackwing says 5'9" isn't that short. It truly isn't that short. I mean,
it isn't.
No, it's not that short. The Blur, he super chatty said Tom Holland would be a great Billy. He would be a great Billy. I mean, if he would be willing to play ball and be on Power Rangers. Realistically, I don't think that's a realistic choice, but he would be a great Billy and fun to have around. So we went with red, so let's go with my red. So the red I also chose someone of the Latin descent. I chose Diego Tinoco. You may know
Yeah.
him from On My Block, which is a Netflix series, and I think that he's great. And I think that he's still fresh, he's still new, and I feel like he just has so much more room to grow. And I think that with a series like this, if they're gonna be doing movies, they're probably gonna be doing them every 2 years. You want to get someone that's you can get not cheap, but you can get at an affordable price, and you can get him for a long period of time. And I think that Diego is he's a good choice. Other than that, like I wanted to have Jason be a little different this time around. Having him with a little bit of land descent, or maybe Hispanic side. I think that it's just perfect for it. It's just perfect for it. And Power Rangers is all about diversity, and I think that they're definitely, when they're gonna cast this, they're gonna make it a very well-rounded cast, and from different places, so that everybody feels represented. And I think that's key. Daniel, what ranger do you want to go with next?
You know what? Let's go to well, first off, let's say hello to Chris Brandon because apparently it's his birthday today.
What up?
So,
Happy birthday, dude.
you, Chris, happy birthday, man. Glad that you can spend some of it here with us.
Hmm.
And everybody else, make sure you go ahead and wish him a happy birthday. Hit up all his social media and just tell him happy birthday. Everyone loves that love, so go ahead and share it.
Yeah.
Let's go on to let's do Black Rangers.
Oh, we'll do Black Ranger. So you remember who yours is, right?
Dominique Barrett,
Yeah.
aka King Vader.
King Vader.
I mean, it just makes sense right now. King Vader has done a lot of Power Ranger parodies and things of that nature. Yes, he is the youngest in my entire cast at age 21, just turned 22, I believe. Pardon me.
Hmm.
Um, he's shown that he can physically do what's required as a ranger. Definitely would be willing to do a lot of his own stunts. Very popular within social media, and he has been doing a little bit of acting. He has a small series on Comedy Central, and something that's supposed to be popping up on BET. Pretty smart guy, and I think that it just works out well to have him be able to play Zach. I think it would just be great.
I
So
like
that
that idea. I like that idea. He's a very humble guy and very creative, and I think having that strong social media background would be great for publicity for a film. I think one thing that the last reboot film was missing on is, like, the promotion for it, and having people very active in social media, people that have a good following, is key to having a successful series. So King Vader is great. I think it's funny.
and the reason I did pick him was exactly that reason.
Hmm.
You mentioned one thing I want to take into consideration is their social media presence
Yeah.
and how they're acting with people. And then when you said that, I was like, "Ooh, okay." I had to do some change ups
Hmm.
on
Hmm.
what I had. That's exactly it, man. I mean, so yeah, that's how it lands for me. But what about you?
Okay, so for my Black Ranger, I went with Brett Gray. The order that we were going in, kind of played to it, but he was also on my block. He was hilarious. He has great comedic timing. He's very dynamic. He's very fun. He's such an extrovert, and I think that having him on a cast like this would be amazing. I mean, I think he fits the bill. Like, he's the perfect height. He'll bring like the personality to this team. There's a lot of my other people that I cast, they're very dry and very serious, but I think that Brett Gray is, if you watch some of his blooper reels and everything, he's so funny, and I think that it's gonna be perfect for this team. Also strong, also very active on social media. So if the movie does come out, he'll be promoting the shit out of it. He'll work really well with his co-star Diego, and it just feels right. It just feels right. uh, Daniel, who do you want to go to next?
Well, we did two guys. Let's go ahead and move over to the girls. And this one saved us a lot of time.
Yeah.
Let's go to our Yellow Ranger.
Yes. So me and Daniel actually picked the same Yellow Ranger. I think she's Daniel. What are your reasoning? We'll go with the reasoning. So I mean, we choose the same people, but it could be different reasonings.
Exactly. Okay. Paris, what is her last name?
Paris Barlick.
There you go. So Paris is, in my opinion, possibly a great Yellow Ranger for kind of like the handoff or the passing the torch. One, yes, indeed. She is indeed part of the Asian persuasion,
Mm-hmm.
being able to represent in that way, which is great. And besides that, physically, what she can do and what we have seen her do on, what was it, Mighty Med, and she's done a few other things
Mm-hmm.
for Disney and beyond. I think she has the physical prowess to be able to fit what Trini can do, because
Yeah.
Trini is a fighter.
Yep.
Trini is possibly one of the best fighters when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to being Power Rangers. Remember, she has a few different styles. She had the praying mantis, she had the tiger one, she had something else. Like, they highlighted the fact that she knew what she was doing
Yeah.
and that she's a pivotal kind of part of the team. We've seen in the comics that in a lot of ways, Trini should be a leader.
Yep.
Trini
Definitely.
should be whatever the Red Ranger is, she should hold that mantle. So we need a character who can play both of those kind of levels. And she does it well.
Yeah.
If you haven't checked her out, go ahead and look her up on IMDb, and they have a clips of her stunt reel.
Yep.
What she does in that stunt reel was like, okay, it would make Jacqueline very proud.
Yep. Yep.
It really would. So that's my reasons for it. But what about
Okay,
you?
so my reasons. She's great. She's a newcomer. She's rising. I feel like she's I follow her on multiple social medias, and she uses her platform, and I really like that. She is she's been on a show on Netflix called Alexa and Katie, where she plays a girl who is diagnosed with cancer, and some of the dramatic scenes that she does in it, she's really good. As a young actress, she is really good. She was recently in a Adam Sandler movie, which was like one of the most successful Halloween Adam Sandler movies on Netflix. I think it was Doobie Halloween or something. Hoobie Halloween.
Ubi.
Oops.
Ubi
Yeah,
Halloween.
and she was great. She was really funny. She was working across from Noah Schnapp from Stranger Things, and I think that she'd be a great addition to this. And I think that she would, yeah, like all the things you said. She's got some stunt work experience. She's got that. She can be funny. She can be dramatic, and I think that's a good choice for our cast. That's like a triple threat for Power Rangers.
Yeah. And yes, just to point out something I did see in the chat. Yeah, I did see that they said the Red Ranger may be a girl, and there's a lot of changes
Hmm.
going on with it. What we chose to do was say, well, if they're looking to go with OG MMPR and play with the characters in that way, we said we're just going to go ahead and try to keep them with at least the
Yeah,
names that go
yeah.
along with it.
Also,
Sure, faces may
George
change.
Jr. said that the Red Ranger and Millie Bobby Brown. I think that the article that was floating around, that was actually a "We Got This Covered" article. So, I, I
Hey, I'm not going to poop on anyone. I mean, they're saying that from what they understand, they want a Millie Bobby Brown
yeah,
type.
yeah,
So I mean, they didn't say
yeah.
literally that that's what they want, but they want a
And
Millie Bobby Brown type.
a
I
lot of
definitely
these people that we chose, I feel like they can interchange whichever color that they are. I just think these are a young group of actors and actresses that are perfect for the scene. So whether or not the Red Ranger is female or male, it does. These could be interchanged. I could definitely see Paris as a Red Ranger, or Yellow Ranger or Pink Ranger, any Ranger, to be honest. Which one do you want to go with next?
yeah, and also VA Games. I wouldn't call it a clickbait article. I mean, it's their opinion, and it's what they're giving out. Um, but I do know that yes, out of some of the articles that people are referring to, yeah, some of
Yeah,
them were. That is true. But I don't want to be the guy that's being like, clickbait article,
yeah,
clickbait
yeah,
article. I'm starting to hate when people
yeah.
say it. So You know. But the next one, let's go for. Hmm. Did you pick a Green Ranger?
Well, we have the ones we have left is blue, pink, and green.
Okay. All right. Then let's go
Let's
for
go
green.
for green. We're gonna go green. All right. So, do you remember who your green was?
I forgot
You
the
went
name.
with Boo Stewart.
Boom. Boo Stewart makes sense to me. One, one of an indigenous tribe or Native American, if you want to say it, however you would like to. Definitely, he worked for that level of representation. Tommy Oliver himself, the character was supposed to have that kind of connection as well. So I think Boo Boo Stewart would be great. One for representation. Two, he looks good. Three, he has a little bit of star power, and he's not afraid of being in an action film, getting sweaty, and getting hurt while doing some scene that a lot of people would think, oh well, you didn't do much in. On that X-Men movie, he suffered a few cuts from just the did. So it was like, okay, yeah. And he was like, yeah, I didn't even notice it. And then they had to stop shooting. Oh my God, we got to bandage you up. And he was like, all right, let's just keep going. And I like that feel of, yeah, I'm here to do the movie. I'm here to do the shoot. With that level of just immediate dedication for something that was considered a small role, how much more dedication will he have for something that's going to be a very
Yeah,
large
yeah.
role? So I'm down for him, and I would love to see him as my Tommy Oliver.
Ironically, you chose Boober Stewart, and the last thing that I saw him in was was a Netflix movie called uh, Julie and the Phantoms, and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So let me see where I got. So also in that Julie and the Phantoms movie is my choice for the Green Ranger. Um, Sorry if I kill his name here. Charlie Gillespie. He's a Canadian actor. Um, he played the lead guitarist on the show, and I just from the show I saw a lot of there's one song in the show where there's a lot of emotion and uh, dramatic scene that he did. I'm not gonna spoil the movie for you, but I just saw that there's a lot of potential in this kid, and I feel like he's a newcomer, and I think that he'd be a really good choice to just help round this cast off. And I think that like I've seen a lot of fan cast on Ranger pages and all that, and they're shooting for the stars. I've seen people saying like Logan Lerman or what's the guy from Teen Wolf? Yeah, it's like
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
uh,
dude. I see in my list, and I'm kind of like, yo, I definitely shot for the
yeah,
stars.
yeah,
Boo was doing like the Power Rangers. I did
yeah.
X-Men. I'm not doing this. Like a lot of my people would be like,
Mhm.
no, but then others have been like, I've only done Disney stuff. So
Yeah.
yes, like,
You really
but yeah,
want to
I get
lock,
you.
especially with something like this. You really want to lock down someone that is gonna go like multiple seasons. And I think that a lot of the people that we've chosen between the two of us, they will go multiple movies and multiple year contracts. And I think that we were really trying to be as realistic as we can. Obviously, some people they might feel like it's a little below them, but I feel like we're really close. I feel like these could happen. This is what a lot of directors are looking for, especially with Entwistle with his relationship with Netflix. A lot of these people have been on Netflix, and I feel like that's the pull that he's going to be pulling from.
Exactly. He'll be probably most likely trying to use like a group of casting directors and not just
Mhm.
one. So I think that will be the thing that's going to be really
Yeah.
interesting for him.
So which color you want to go with next, Daniel?
We went green, so let's go with pink and see who matches
All
up with
right.
ours.
So you're pink. Do you remember who it was?
Is it Victoria
Victoria
Justice?
Justice, former.
Shout out to Edward Sanchez because I know that man is going to be excited at the fact that I mentioned it. Yeah, I am digging into the Disney pool, but once again, like I said, it's because these people can act. I mean, we see the Disney people go on and do things that are great. Some of them can sing, and they are willing to do a lot according to what's required. So that's why I would think so, because they haven't hit a stratosphere of being really amazing and huge with what they do. So they're still attainable. And that's what I feel with Victoria Justice. She did her stuff with Nickelodeon, and that show was great. She's got really great comedic timing. She is an actress that can do other things as a singer as well. So I think that she'd be geared and perfect to be able to play for Kimberly, especially opposite Boo Stewart. I think those two would work well as love
That
interests. So that's why I think that would be
that
great.
would be great. She'd be a great choice, and she hasn't been attached to anything really huge. A lot of one-off series, and so I think that maybe if Hasbro or Paramount hit her with a deal, she might come and play in the playground of Power Rangers. For my Pink Ranger, I chose young actress Kiana Marie. Now she is French. She's from France. She's been in a few things, small minor roles in things like Criminal Minds, As the Tide Comes. Most recently, she was on the series on Netflix called Dash and Lily, which is a Christmas series about these two that meet and they connect through a book. But just on that, I felt like she has a lot of heart. She's probably the least experience in my cast, but I feel like she can play the part really well, and I think she will bounce really well off of my choice for the Green Ranger. So yeah, I went with Kiana Marie. Yeah.
Wow, dude! Like she's got a
hmm
look, and but I don't know. I'm gonna ask you: did you take into consideration her playing the love interest of your Green Ranger?
Uh, I had a different Green Ranger in mind, but then I kind of initially the Green Ranger I chose was the lead from the show Deadly Class. His name was
Uh,
Benjamin Wadsworth. That's who I had, and that's who I had her working bouncing off of. But I changed my
mhm.
Green Ranger. Uh, but I still feel like they can still go work well together, even if that's the route that they're taking. But we still don't know what the story is gonna be, who the characters are gonna be. But like we said before, we're just basing this off of if they were to do a reboot of the MMPR team. Um,
Now, seeing in the chats right now, Power King is saying, honestly, for Billy, I'd cast Diego Vasquez. You guys may not agree, but it's just my silly opinion. The Blur is saying Billy should be a breakout star, especially continue with the hype that RJ Seiler got from being Billy. So it seems like everyone's already looking and focusing on Billy. So I guess that's what we're going to talk about next.
Diego, what's the name? Diego Velasquez. I'm not seeing. I'm
Yeah,
not seeing.
Diego
What was he
Velasquez.
in? What was he in? Oh, okay. So he was in a lot of Nick shows. Maybe. A
Uh,
lot of Nick shows, maybe. So you want to go with your blue? Let's see who your blue was. Your blue was. Oh, this one was like when I saw this, I was like, okay, okay, all right.
this was interesting, and the reason I chose this one is because we need some level of notoriety with the cast. The cast that I have picked, yeah, people may know them in different pockets, but not everyone all over the world immediately hears a name and knows who they
Yeah.
all are, except for this one.
All right. So
My once again, uh, you know what? America's sweetheart for me right now, and it's the one, the only Harry
yeah,
Styles.
this one I was like I was with your cast for a while, and then this one I was like, okay, that's a stretch. That's a
You're
stretch.
like, I don't know if that's gonna happen at all. Harry Styles, definitely is an actor.
What was the last
He's
one he
a
was in? Come
musician.
on, you know the last film he was in. It's a ringer. It's a big one.
What was it again?
Dunkirk.
Yeah, there you go.
Dunkirk.
I was like, there's a reason why, out of all the people that could have been chosen to be in that film, Harry Styles
Yeah.
was in it. I mean, we've seen that he has the chops, and he can go from being this guy who you immediately look at and you're like, wow, oh, I'm enamored by him, to going to a guy who's like, oh, I'm just a face in the
Yeah.
crowd.
Yeah.
And it's great to see that. Guy's blue eyes, or well, slightly green, hazel, whatever, I don't know. And also, it does count as a little bit of the LGBTQ
Okay.
representation when it comes to Harry Styles. And it's kind of an homage to David Yost, who played Billy. And he was able to play Billy, but he had to be in the closet the whole
Mm.
time. This will be Billy who can actually stand out and say, yo, I mean, this is me and this is who I am. So it works on a lot of levels, socially, and then as well as just box office wise. I know, once again, people are like, what? This singer as, as Billy? He's not an actor. I'm like, well, go back and watch Dunkirk.
Yeah.
It will change your mind. And you'll be like, oh, shoot, I was wrong. And I'll say, you're welcome. You're right. You are wrong. So it's my choice. Jezzer, what about
My
yours?
choice for Billy is Wyatt Olaf, who he was part of the It cast. He was in the original It, in the reboot of It. He was Stanley. He played Stanley. Most recently, he was Stanley also in I Am Not Okay with This, which is something that the director of this film is, the producer of this film is a part of. So I feel like he has a strong connection to this character. He's got a very out of everybody, he's played a lot of roles. He's been in a lot of things. Once upon a time, he was
Yeah.
also young Peter Quill in Guardians of the Galaxy. So he's got a very long list of blockbuster films that he's been a part of. I think that he could play the Billy role really well. Like I said too, like I can see him being like the type of actor that would like to take on the like if you were to include like a I know a lot of people don't like actors that play, people of the LGBTQ community, but I feel like he would be someone that would like to take on that role, and I think that he'd be a good choice. Like, dramatically, he'd be funny within like the Netflix series he was part of. He was really funny. He can do some. I feel like he'd be a good fit for this team to round up this team, and I think with both of our casts, I can definitely imagine seeing these on the big screen, within the next few years.
Yo, I actually am digging your cast. You worked well with all the people that you have, and you stayed within this level when it came to the age. I went for more of the college
Yeah, yeah.
students kind of thing. You went for the high school, and I
Hmm.
see it in every way I see yours, and I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I
I
can
get
see.
it,
I can
I
definitely see,
get
and
it.
I kind of aimed a little younger because we don't know when the films actually start production. You one of the things that it had an issue with is when they were filming it Chapter Two. Finn Wolfhard had aged so quickly, and they
Mm,
had to CGI him to make him look younger. So that's a thing. That's also a thing. You want to like get these people where they still look like, if they're going to go with a high school team, do they still look like high schoolers? But you can have that go on for at least 4 years or so. We got a super chat from the Blur. He says, "Would you include Bulk and Skull in this movie?" I would definitely include Bulk and Skull. I did not. We didn't cast Bulk and Skull. Off the top of your head, like, do you have any ideas, Daniel, on who do you want for Bulk and Skull?
yes,
You
I
do.
do. Yes,
Who
I do.
you got?
And these are personal choices that some of our fans may know exactly who they are.
Okay.
For my bulk, I would
Let me see if I
love
can find a picture.
and need producer JD as
Oh,
bulk
wow.
because I love JD
JD would be great.
and I would see him be able to play bulk, but his bulk would have to have a really good
Oh
skull.
no.
There's two
Okay.
choices here. There's one which writer and he just actually wrote the Star Trek storyline for it's like a Deep Space Nine connection to blah blah blah. But that would be Dave
Dave
Baker
Baker. Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
as Skull. Dave knows and understands Power Rangers. He's a huge Sentai fan,
Ah.
and I used to always joke that those two would be a great Bulk and Skull seeing it on screen would be amazing to me. But if I couldn't get Dave Baker, he's busy, writing something, probably writing the next Alien movie. I think that's something he was going to be doing. So if he wasn't available, then I would have to pick. Let's be real about this, man. Toku King.
Oh man, that'd be funny. Is he still here? You'd have him for Bulk or Skull? Which would you have him for?
He'd be my Skull.
Okay.
He'd be.
If I were to cast a Skull, you probably don't remember him, but his name is Tony Revolari. He was Flash in the Spider-Man Homecoming films. He was that dickhead. Yeah. Yeah, I think he would make a great Skull. As for Bulk, there is a actor. Let me see if I can remember what film it was. What was that film? If there was a Bulk, I would choose. There's this film where this guy gets his dick cut off on Netflix. I can't remember what it's called, but The Package. The Package.
Yeah.
And he's the kid with the long hair. I would love him as like a Bulk character.
He's the one that gets
Eduardo Franco. I think he'd be good. He'd be
yeah.
choice.
Yeah. Yo, those two? Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Bravo. Yours is better than mine. Yours is better than mine. We would love
to hear your guys' ideas in the comments. So as soon as this show is over, leave the comments, leave your choices for your Rangers in the comments, and we'll probably talk about them on the show next week. But Daniel,
if you guys can write them down like a list. This actor as blah, and definitely include a Bulk and Skull, and if you want to include a Zordon and an Alpha.
That'd be great. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining. Daniel, thank you so much for picking that cast. I know I gave you I didn't give you much time, but you came through. You came through with the cast.
I was like, I got this.
You guys, thank you so much for joining us on your Saturday. We truly, truly, truly appreciate it. Sorry about all the technical issues, but we'll be back next week. So get caught up on the comics, because we want to talk about some comics next week, and hopefully Joe is going to be with us this next week. Happy Thanksgiving to you all. Daniel, where can everyone find you on social media?
You can find me Battlestar Galactica. It's the most entertaining name in geek pop culture, and that's where you'll find me, right on Instagram at Battlestar Galactica. Right. I really aren't active on anything else, so just Instagram, Battlestar Galactica. What about you?
You can find me on all social media at Jezzer Zeus. So thank you guys so much for watching. We hope you have a great weekend. Be sure to like and subscribe to the Illuminerdi, because we are always watching.